cry no more.
Day 42. And you know what? I'm conquering another one of my fears. I told myself, I said, I'm going to come outside at night and record at least one of my videos, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That just goes to show, like, my message for the night. Yo, my message for the night. Like, I was preaching a sermon in my bedroom earlier, and I was like, yo, this is the message. This is the message. Just like my last video, I said, there's always a message. But, honey, wrote it down. I wrote it down. I said, okay, God, I see what you're trying to do. And it's so crazy because as I was writing it down just a few minutes ago, I literally had that epiphany, and I was like, okay, God, like, I see what you're doing. Write it down, see the vision. My notes. My notes. Your girl, it's getting it. Do you hear me? Getting it. So God said, write it down and see the vision, and I will take you there. I will take you there. I just need you to write it down, see the vision. And during this whole 60 days, it's like, God, I will give you whatever you ask for, Courtney. I will give it to you because I want to see you thrive. I want to see you happy. If that's what's going to make you happy, I will give that to you, my child. So you know what I'm doing every night? Writing it down, see the vision. Writing it down, see the vision. You know what I mean? The kind of relationship I want, the kind of house that I want, the kind of marriage I want, the kind of family I want. Write it down, see the vision. You know what I mean? The relationship that I want with my kids. Write it down, see the vision. What I want for my career. Write it down, see the vision. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, you think that you have a clue, but you still have no idea what I am working and what I am doing in your favor to bring those manifestations in, because you've been so consistent. I haven't eaten since Monday night at 10 p.m. Probably a little bit earlier because I had dinner, but I have not eaten since Monday night. I was out with my homegirl today, and me and her was talking, and she knows that I'm fasting. She's like, Courtney, you're crazy. She was like, I thought you were supposed to fast from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I said, you know what? I was going to call you and be like, am I tripping? Should I cut back my fast and just do from sun up to sundown? But my spirit was like Thursday, 7 a.m. That's just in my mind what I have. You know what I mean? Like, God planted that on my heart. Thursday, 7 a.m. is when I should break my fast. So, boom. So then it was just like, that's just a distraction. That's just to knock me off of my game. You know what I mean? And she was like, you're not tempted? You're not tempted by me eating in front of you? You're not tempted by me talking about food? I said, no, I'm not. I'm not, because you're not going to tempt me with a small plate of food when God's blessing for me is so much greater. You're not going to tempt me with some lobster tail and crabs when God's blessing is greater, when God told me to fast for this amount of days. She's like, I don't know how you can do it. I said, I don't care what is in front of me. I said, the man of my dream could be butt naked in front of me. Sorry, God, in front of me right now, and I'm going to still say no. Because if God said I can't have that, I can't have that, respectfully. And God will never take me through something that He doesn't have a meaning behind, or that He's not going to bring me through. This message about to be He hit deep. I'm about to have my Sarah Jakes moment on this one, because, honey, when I tell you I was in my bedroom wrapping it up, because it's just like we get so distracted with temptations. You know what I mean? The devil works hard, but my God works harder. The devil knows just exactly what I'm praying for, and he's just waiting for that moment to bring in that decoy, to bring in what looks like my manifestation, what looks like I'm praying for. But you get that little inkling where it's just like, something's off, something don't seem right about this. Go with that. God said, use your discernment. He said, whatever I bring you through, whatever I have for you, you're gonna know. He said, use your discernment. It's going to look like it, talk like it, feel like it sometimes. But it's going to be half-assed. And God said, I will never give you something that's half-assed. That's how you know it's not from me. He said, your manifestations, your prayer is so strong. Why would I ever give you something that is not fully what you asked for? I always said that I will give it to you, or better. And if this is not what you prayed for, why are you settling? This is not what you asked for. Why are you settling? God said, that's not of me. It's like, but you presented it to me, so I thought, he's like, I didn't present that to you. Did you not know that the devil listens to your prayers just as much as I do? Did you not know the devil is sent to knock you off your wheels? And he said, if the devil can knock you off of what you have been praying, what you have been manifesting for, then it's not ready for you yet. You still have lessons to learn. You still have things to go through. He said, because nothing should knock you off from the path that I set you on, and nothing should distract you from your manifestations or from your blessings. God said, write it down and see the vision. He said, write it down and see the vision. And he said, you can have anything that you want. You can have anything that you want. He said, I'm going to give it to you. He said, just stay focused on me. As soon as something that looks beautiful or something that looks like it could be of God, God's like, go ahead, go for it. Go ahead, go for it. And then you wonder why things aren't working out. You wonder why you're questioning it. And it's like, something don't feel right, God. Like, this ain't, because God's like, it ain't for me. It ain't for me, kid. God said, I'm going to keep saying it, write it down and see the vision. And people wonder why I pray so hard now. People wonder why I pray so hard now, because God's like, I'm going to give that to you. I'll be like, God, I can have that. He'd be like, absolutely. He said, write it down. Write it down. Prayer journal. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how it feels. You may think like, God, this is too big. Ain't nothing too big for our God. Nothing. He said, I will see you through it so I can see you to it. God, you be getting me with the motherfucking rhymes. Listen, hold on. I will see you through it so I can see you to it. Yo, come on. Do you hear me though? Do you hear me? God said, and in that time of you writing it down and you visioning it, he said, I need you to be the embodiment of it. I need you to be the embodiment, thank you, of unconditional love. I need you to be the embodiment of those manifestations. You want your career to look like this? Walk like it, talk like it, act like it, show up for it. He said, I will give you this or better. You will never get something that's half-assed. If something's not working out, and you question like, I thought this was from God, then that's how you know it's not. Because if it is of God, you will know. I have had things that happen in my life. I was like, that can only be of God. That is my answer. And if it's anything lack thereof, then I know it's not. This blessing, this relationship, this car could be nothing. Oh, it could only be God. Write it down, see the vision, and I will take you there. Yo, God never ceases. He always ceases to amaze me. That's my MS. My MS is getting my speech. But you know what? I'm going to get this message out anyway because, honey, like, God always amazes me and always blesses me. Just like yesterday, I said, I was talking to myself, like, I don't think there's a message. And God, like, there's always a message. And then today, you gave me three, write it down, see the vision. Then it says, be the embodiment of your manifestations. And then, what else did I say? The distractions will come. They're meant to distract you. They're meant to knock you off your block, but it is up to you to use your discernment to make sure that doesn't happen. You want to go through another life lesson again? You want to feel stagnant again? And it's like when you get into certain places, it stops. It's like, well, wait a second. Why am I stopping? And it's just like, because it's some things in this season that you have to learn. Some things in your season that you are still struggling with. It was like, before I can give you that blessing, you need to stabilize this. You need to sit here a minute, think about what you did, readjust your life, regather so you can move forward. God's like, I'm not going to take you back because you came too far. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't want God to take you back to the ground zero because that shit hurts. When God strips you of everything and they have to build you back up. So when God gives you an inkling and tells you to stop, I'm telling you to stop. Realign yourself and go forward. And that's okay because that's what the healing journey is about. Sometimes we have to stop in our tracks and be like, hold on, this doesn't feel right. I feel off. I'm not doing my purpose. I'm not doing what God has called me to do. Let me regather my steps and then move forward. I do it. I'll be like, oh, wait a second, hold up, God. This ain't what I manifested. God said, if it's not what I meant, what you prayed for, what's not, if it's not what you prayed for, it's not what you manifested, then it's not of me. Bypass it and keep going. Why stick in something that you know that you do not want? Why stick around for something that you know you do not want? Why put yourself in situations and places where you do not want to be? I only surround people and things that are in alignment with me. I'm not going to spend no more time out of alignment, because then that comes with more life lessons. Then that comes with more struggles. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. God said, write it down, see the vision. Write it down, see the vision. Every night I'm in my prayer journal, praying, manifesting, doing what God told me to do. People want to ask me, why am I not easily distracted? Because my faith, my persistence, God, my obedience to my God is too strong for you to break. You can't break me. I let a nigga break me before, and it will never happen again. The devil try to take me down, it will never happen again. Do you get what I'm saying? My blessings and what God has for me is so beautiful and so big. I will wait. I will wait a lifetime for that. You want to temptate me, temptate. You want to throw temptations at me? That's what the devil wants. He wants to get you distracted just when you're about to receive your blessing. As soon as you start getting in realignment, as soon as you start really focusing on God, the distractions come in. And then we think that's our blessing. That's just a test to see if you're actually going to go bypass that, if you're going to bypass that temptation, because it's going to look good as hell, it's going to feel good as hell. And God's like, that, fall for it if you want to. And some of us will. The first thing that comes our way, every time. Every time. And what happens is that hurdle that you have to get over is now even bigger. That temptation you have to get over is now even bigger, because you fell for the okie doke so many times. Now what you going to do? How bad do you really want it? Are you really that tempted? Are you really going to let that shit take you out and throw you off of your game and prevent you from your actual blessing, your actual manifestation? Come on now. This is why I'm so silent, and yet I am so like preserved and peaceful, because I know what God has for me, and I know the favor that He has called over my life. So nothing is going to knock me off my block. Nothing is going to keep me from a manifestation. Nothing is going to keep me from the lifestyle that I am desired to live, because I write it down and I see the vision and I go for it, and I am in alignment with it. I am the embodiment of love. I am the embodiment of my Father. What He says I will do. I say in my videos, I don't know what God be telling me to do. It don't make sense to me, but it's gonna make sense to me once I get to where I actually need to be. These bugs, man. This is why I don't film outside. But you get what I'm saying? My friend was like, Court, hey, Sugar, you're crazy. Sugar, you're crazy, but I admire it. I said, honey, I'm not crazy. I'm just sticking to faith. I'm sticking to what God asked me to do. And some of the hardest nights is me being alone, because sometimes I just want to pick up the phone and be like, yo, you need to bring that ass home. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes I want to be so tempted and just fall back into what my flesh wants, into what my ego wants. But I say no every time, and that's what gets me further than most people. Is my obedience. Me being able to block out distractions, me being able to block out temptations. Because am I tempted? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I remember the hardest thing, um, hardest thing was saying no to a loved one. And I was so happy, and it was so it was so crazy, because I was like, yes, yes, yes. And God was like, Court, that's not it. That's not it. And I was like, God, come on. Just like, he's like, God was like, no. You have to backtrack and you have to say no. And I was so scared that this person wasn't going to talk to me or fuck with me anymore, because I was choosing me. I was choosing what God said to do. And I felt bad. But there's nothing to feel bad about. Because if it's not for you, it's not for you. God's like, exit out. You have to say no. And some of us are so caught up that we don't have the capability and the strength to say no to those temptations. And that's what gets us caught up. The devil knows what you be praying for, and he's waiting for the perfect opportunity to present that decoy so you can fall off your path. And then you want to question God. God's like, I ain't never say that was for me. You know, you just started it was for me because that was the first thing that came to you. Just because it was the first thing that came to you does not mean it's for you. See past that. I encourage everybody to pray more, to manifest more. You know, if this is what you want and this is the lifestyle that you want, go for it. Go for it. And just be the embodiment of, and I can never say this damn word, and just be the embodiment. Thank you. And just be the embodiment of that. You get what I'm saying? Act like it, breathe like it, wake up like it, show up like it. You know, I want to do speaking engagements, and here I am writing shit down, preparing videos, preparing content, which is going to then prepare me for my next success when I'm getting in front of hundreds and thousands of people and doing the same sermons. I write it down. I see the vision. Step by step, God is taking me there. Everything I'm doing is because I'm in alignment with my highest good. My prayer journal is heavy, man. It's getting heavy. And I love it because everything that I have prayed for, I got. And even if I don't have it now, I'm going to have it in the future because God said you can have whatever you want, Court. Just walk with me. I'd be like, okay, God. I said it yesterday. I said, okay, God, you want me to fast for 2 to 3 days? Only liquids, only water? I can do that. People look at me like, you crazy. I'm not crazy. Watch this shit move. Don't play with my prayers. Don't play with my God because what he said is for me and you can't stop that. The devil may try to shake me, but he can't stop this. My crossover is nice, my nigga. Yo, but facts though. It's it's straight facts. You can't say it's not. My life shows it. My testimony shows it. You can't tell me anything different. And if you try to, I'm gonna show you. Try to play with me if you want to. But that's anyway. Message of the day. Write it down, see the vision. Go for it. Show up. You will be amazed. And don't let those people, places, and things distract you. Do not let those people and places knock you off your block, knock you from your manifestations, get you distract from your prayer, knock you, get you away from your purpose. Thank you, God. Last word. If it gets you away from your purpose, then it's not of God. You want something that's going to drive you towards your purpose, drive you towards your dreams and aspirations, not take you from it. If anybody tells you that you should not be doing this, or you should be doing something lather, the devil's a lie. If God placed it on your heart to do a specific talent, do it. Do it because God has a calling for you and has made a pathway for you to do that. Is it going to take work? Yes, but I'd rather you be working towards your dreams than not. Than working towards somebody else's dreams, than working towards you fitting in somebody else's life. God's like, I didn't call you to fit into nobody's life. I called you to fit into this world, and so everybody can see you. You are bigger than somebody's wife. You are bigger than somebody's husband. You are bigger than somebody's mother. You are bigger than somebody's father. You have a divine purpose, and I made a pathway for you, but I just need you to walk into it. Write it down and see the vision. I will take you there. I put it on your heart for a reason. And I don't know what's going to happen in this next season. I'm not trying to rhyme you. I'm really not. But I'm telling you, stay tuned because blessings is coming. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I conquered my fear. I conquered my fear. Everybody was home. People been walking around. So this is a very long video. Very long video. One of my longest yet. And I did it all outside. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Your girl's making progress. Your girl's making strides. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really don't be trying to rhyme. I'm getting off. I gotta go. Good night.